Hello friends, welcome to NJCF. We are learning social science of 10th standard and we have started with the second chapter, that is Cultural Heritage of India. In the previous video, we talked about music. What is the importance of Indian music? Even we talked about 5 main ragas in classical music. Can you tell me the names of those 5 ragas? Pause the video and try to think about that. In ancient India, many texts were written on music, out of which the introduction of 3 is given into your textbook. The first one is Sangeet Makarand, a music scholar Narad, who had written Sangeet Makarand in about 900 BC. It describes 19 Venas and 101 rhythms which are useful even today. Sangeet Makarand is an ancient work on classical music and it is written by Narad. This work is a rare collection of definitions, descriptions and comments on all the essential music, and its main feature is the treatment of ragas, categorizing them as male, female and neuter. So, Sangeet Makarand is an ancient work and you can say it is a rare collection. Now what are 19 Venas? Chitra Veena, Mohan Veena, Rudra Veena, Saraswati Veena, Sarod, Sitar, Tamburas, Surbahar are some of the examples, but we are not going into the detail of those Venas. The next one is Sangeet Ratnakar. The writer of this text was Pandit Sarangdev. He lived in Daulatabad, so he was familiar with South and North Indian music. In the previous video, we have seen that there are 2 types of classical music, North Indian classical music and South Indian classical music. But Sarangdev lived in Devgiri, which is located in Maharashtra, so he was familiar with both music. Then Pandit Vishnu Narayan Bhatkhande considers Sangeet Ratnakar as the most authentic book on music. Sangeet Ratnakar is believed to be unique in understanding all the aspects of music. So, Sangeet Ratnakar explains all aspects of music. Literally, it is the ocean of music and dance. There are 264 ragas in Sangeet Ratnakar. Pandit Vishnu Narayan Bhatkhande was an Indian musicologist and he reclassified different ragas into That system, which is currently used. He explained the ragas in easy to understand language and he even composed several bandishes which explains the grammar of ragas. Moving ahead, now we will talk about Sangeet Parijat. Sangeet Parijat is a very important book on music. Pandit Ahobale had written this text in 1665 on northern Hindustani music. So this book is written on the North Indian Hindustani music. He had noted one important characteristic feature of all the ragas, saying that the ragas have their own individual identity and characteristics. He has described 29 types of tune. Moving ahead, during the time of Alauddin Khilji, talented Amir Khusro was very famous Due to his contribution in the field of music and poetry, he was known as Tutiye Hind, means Parrot of India, in Indian history. Amir Khusro was a Sufi musician, poet and scholar. He invented tabla and sitar. He brought many playful riddles, songs and legends which have become a part of popular culture in South Asia. His riddles are most popular even today. Bhakti movement started in India in 15th and 16th century. You have learnt about this Bhakti movement in previous standard. Bhakti Sangeet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kabir, Tulsidas, Mirabai and Narsi Mehta was very famous. We know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us the sound incarnation of God. Narsi Mehta is also known as Adi Kavi. He was the first poet of Gujarat and his bhajans are an integral part of Gujarat's cultural life even today. The disciples of Swami Haridas, Baiju Bawra, Tansen and duet girl Tana Riri are considered as rare jewels of music of 15th century. Tana and Riri is an Indian story about two girls. The twins were from the northern town known as Vadnagar and they are closely related to Narsi Mehta. So now you can understand the musical culture of India. Even in 15th and 16th century, Bhakti movement started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now in the next video, we will talk about art of dance.